Hello and welcome everyone to the September 18th episode of This Week in Kirkland, the official podcast of the City of Kirkland, bringing you timely topics, noteworthy news, and of course, great giveaways delivered to you every week. I'm your host, Jim Lopez, joined today by
Kate Ryan
and Nate Gettleman.
Welcome, my friends.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And today's guest is extra special. We had the pleasure of talking with Lucia Flores-Wiseman, a Mexican-American singer-songwriter from Seattle, whose music blends indie, folk, soul, and jazz into intimate, soulful stories.
It was quite soulful.
It was quite soulful.
Yes.
She gained national attention, as you may know, when she placed 4th on season 27 of The Voice.
That's right. Big deal.
And what team was she on?
She picked Team Adam.
Team Adam.
Adam Levine,
Yeah. We asked her about that.
From Maroon 5.
Yeah. Well, we actually pre-recorded our conversation with her live at City Hall for All. Some of you may have seen it. It was super fun. And we'll share that interview later in this episode. We'll drop into it, right, Kate?
Yes, that's right. Can't wait to hear it.
Yeah. Hey, but before we get into all of that, here's what's going on this week in Kirkland. First up, a quick beach water quality check, of course.
Yep, we got to. It's still going on. Public Health has closed the swimming area at Houghton Beach for at least one additional week due to high bacteria levels. The rest of the park does stay open, though.
Meanwhile, good news at Juanita Beach, which is back open for swimming, wading, and fun in the water.
Well, that's good news.
There you go. Yeah. One beach at a time.
Yeah,
we'll
one
get
beach
it.
at
We'll
a
get
time.
it there.
The swimming season is closing quickly, except for all but the most hardcore cold water swimmers.
That's right. So get out there while you can. At Juanita Beach, not at Houghton Beach.
Good one,
I
Jim.
got you.
Yes.
Yeah, I got you. Hey, Kirkland's city manager issued an emergency proclamation this week in response to urgent repair work King County is doing on the Eastside Interceptor sewer line across the Cross-Kirkland corridor. So this, everybody listen up, this is important news.
Yeah, so when we talk about emergency proclamation, that provides the city maximum flexibility in supporting King County's repair of the next segment of the interceptor.
Without immediate action, the compromised section of pipe poses a risk of structural failure that could result in an uncontrolled wastewater overflow reaching Lake Washington. So that's important.
Yeah, it is. King County's repair project includes installing a temporary bypass pipeline along the CKC.
This will require a temporary full closure of the CKC trail for approximately 2 weeks, followed by a partial trail access and intermittent closures over the next several weeks.
So you got that, Nate?
Yeah. If
You're not going to be biking on there for a couple of weeks.
If you're out riding your bike on the CKC, then consider an alternate route.
Yeah.
Yep.
All
And
right,
that's
as long
going to
as you-
begin September 29th. So
Okay, good to know. September 29th is the day. Here's a challenge for you. Are you ready
Okay.
for a challenge?
Yes, bring it.
Could you go a whole week without driving? Can you go a whole
okay.
week without driving?
It depends what time of year it is.
That's a good point. Well,
Well,
the time of year is now.
Now,
This is a good time because it's not too hot, not too cold. We haven't been hit by the hard rains yet. So this is if you're going to do it, this is the time to do it.
There you go. What we're talking about is that Council has proclaimed September 29th through October 5th as Week Without Driving.
yeah, this is a chance for people who usually drive to experience the challenges non-drivers face every day and to think about how we can make our community more accessible for everybody.
The challenge is to avoid driving for the week of Monday, September 29th through Sunday, October 5th. We'll have more in the coming weeks.
And there's the challenge.
Yep. You know, I feel lucky. I get to walk to work. I get to walk to the grocery store. I get to walk a lot of
Wow, that's
places.
great,
so I
Kate.
might be able to do this challenge. We'll see.
Yeah, that's really
And
great.
maybe learn some new stuff from it too.
yeah, and any bikers out there, that's a good option too.
Hey, September is National Preparedness Month, and this week's focus is on starting a conversation with your loved ones. Here's this for a starting question, everybody. How prepared are we?
That's a pretty good
Do
starting
we ask that question every podcast?
I feel like we do.
Yeah.
It's a
We
frequent
might.
topic of discussion here.
So, yeah, this week we encourage you to talk about how you'll communicate, where you'll meet, and when you'll practice your plan with your family and friends and loved ones.
We've got a family communications guide at kirklandwa.gov/make-a-plan to help you get started.
Yeah, and another great way to utilize National Preparedness Month, well, sign up for CERT, our CERT classes.
Nice.
Get a really cool helmet.
Yes.
Pretty cool.
So official.
Very official. It's five sessions for only $25 for hands-on training on how to respond in an emergency. You can register at kirklandparks.net, and we'll have, of course, a link in the show notes.
Of course we will.
Hey, if you're on a hunt for a new role, the city is hiring a senior procurement specialist.
That's right. If you thrive on hunting for the best deals or geeking out over bids and contracts, well, this role is for you.
This position helps keep the city running and builds great relationships with vendors. Learn more at kirklandwa.gov/jobs.
Yeah, come aboard and find us some deals, Kate.
There you go.
Find the good deals. Hey, the last meeting of the Kirkland City Council was on Tuesday, September 16th. Here's what happened. On the business agenda, Council received a report on King County Wastewater Treatment Divisions seeking an emergency exemption, we talked about this, from the city's permitting process to repair that East Side Interceptor Section 14. This is what Kate talked about, that section that runs under the Cross-Kirkland corridor.
The council also adopted a co-living housing regulation as required by state law.
Council adopted various miscellaneous code amendments that make minor revisions to various sections of the Kirkland Zoning Code and Kirkland Municipal Code.
Yeah, and prior to the business agenda, during the study session, Council discussed an overview of the Kirkland Municipal Court services. That was interesting. And they had an update on Kirkland Fire Department's mobile integrated health program.
And a reminder that council meetings are streamed live on the city's YouTube channel, Facebook page, and the city website.
Yeah, so if you miss it, you can always check it out.
Yeah, there's no excuse to miss it.
Hey, last weekend, Kirkland gathered for City Hall for All. Ooh, that was fun.
It was.
And wow, what a day. We had thousands. We had thousands. The sun was out, the energy was high, and the smiles were everywhere.
And by thousands, I got a count. It was over 5,000 people.
Wow.
Yeah.
And our city council served 40 gallons of lemonade. I didn't even get a little bit. I love lemonade.
I snuck a cup.
I didn't know where
I
didn't
definitely
see it.
snuck a cup.
That's a lot of lemonade. We had live music from our special guest that we'll hear from a little bit later on, Lucia Flores-Wiseman. The tree team gave away over 250 free trees.
Holy cow.
Our economic development team met talented young entrepreneurs, and then there were dozens and dozens of other activities. It was such a blast.
So thank you to our community, businesses and partners and staff and volunteers. Whew. A lot of folks who made it a very, very special day.
Yes. And hey, in our podcast area, because we were there
We
We were there.
we received great feedback on the day. We were asking people what guests and topics they would like to hear.
Oh, we got to hear this.
Yeah, and so I want to share some of those here on the air. People want to hear from Fortunato Chocolate,
Ooh.
the new chocolate spot
I'll have
downtown.
some chocolate.
Yeah, they have a great story, so we'll have to get them on to hear about it. People were also interested in Latino Voice, which might stand for something at Juanita High School. They want to hear from the owner of Moss Bay Hall.
Oh, yeah.
And then they want Aaron Goldsmith back on after the Mariners go to the World Series.
We love Goldie.
Yes.
I wonder if that was your parents.
Probably.
Yes,
Probably my mother
probably.
who wants to come in and grill him.
Aaron Goldsmith
Yep.
was so much fun. Well, thank you for the
Yeah.
insights, and thank you for
Exactly.
attending. We had a lot of fun at our,
We did.
what do we call it, the Nook,
The Nook.
podcast Nook.
Yeah.
It was a good party.
We were rambling on there for a while, Nate.
It was a great day. Beautiful weather. It couldn't have been better.
Oh, my goodness. It was just perfect. Hey, finally, a celebration of a big milestone. Kirkland is the first city in Washington to be certified as a welcoming city by Welcoming America.
Yeah, this is great. Council and staff marked the achievement with a special lunch to thank the many agencies and community partners who made it possible. So a big thank you.
Yeah, that's a big deal. Hey, a few upcoming events for you to check out. There's the Cadet Benefit Car Show. That would be this Saturday, everybody,
This
September
Saturday.
20th at the Kirkland Justice Center. Come check out some cool cars, as we say back east, and support our cadet program.
And a reminder that there's only 2 more Juanita Friday markets left of the season. We've got tomorrow, September 19th, and September 26th. So get it while you got it.
Orca card services pop up September 24th at the Peter Kirk Community Center. Get help with reduced fare, replacing your card, adding fare, answers to questions, and more.
Nice. And the Fringe Festival's coming, everybody, October 3rd through the 5th. We'll have the event organizer, David Links, on the podcast next week to tell us all about it. It's going to be big fun.
Yes.
There'll be performances everywhere. You might see Nate Gettleman walking around.
You just might.
Am I?
I'm excited for this. I think this is big for the city. It could grow into something really great over the years.
Kate, you going?
Oh, yeah. That's my birthday weekend, so I'm
Oh,
still like,
nice.
am I going to be out of town or am I going to be here? But I think I got to see the event of the year.
Well, maybe we slip in a happy birthday to Kate. One of the things. Well, we'll have David Links next week, so we'll talk about it, and you can prepare.
make my plan and be like, oh, this is what I want to do for my birthday. Sounds great.
This is the kind of thing where you need to prepare for. Yeah, and we have the Harvard Festival coming up. That's October 4th, right?
Yep. Sorry, I stepped on you there, Jim. There will be live music, food and vendors, photo booths, pie eating contest, corn shucking contest, pickleball tournament.
Wow.
And then plus the Kids Corral will have fun games like pumpkin bowling and, of course, Gwendolyn the cow.
Gwendolyn the cow.
I know we've thrown this around a couple times in this episode, but it really is one of the events of the year, the Harvest Festival. It's a ton of fun. I'll be out there with a camera walking around. If you see me, say hi. There's incredible food here.
Yeah.
The food trucks they got for the event last year were really, really special.
It's a full day for Kirklanders.
It's a full day.
Yeah.
You could go to the Harvest Festival in the day
Yep.
and the Fringe Festival at night.
Live music
Love it.
all day long.
All day long.
I don't know. Think of a better way
Wow.
to spend an early fall day.
How about Kirkland? How
Right
about
here in
us?
Kirkland.
Yeah. And we obviously love Kirkland events because every time we say this is the event of the
year.
year,
There's a lot
every
of events of the
single
year.
event, yes.
Hey, listen, we're prone to a little bit of hyperbole on the show. Well, some of us are, namely me. Hey, we've got a costume swap coming up. Now, on October 11th, you can come down to City Hall and go do a little shopping for a costume, right?
Yeah.
The idea is you drop off gently used and clean costumes, hats, masks, and accessories at North Kirkland Community Center the week of October 6th through the 10th. Then you come to City Hall and you pick up the costumes. The event is on October 11th.
Super fun.
Yeah, that's great.
And then while you're marking your calendars with all these great events, we have a fall recycling event on October 18th at Lake Washington Institute of Technology to help you get rid of those hard to recycle items.
I know me personally, sometimes I can be prone to a bit of a online shopping addiction.
Okay.
And those boxes can really stack up.
Yeah.
They can become overwhelming. You can't fit them in your own bin. So those cardboard boxes, I'm assuming, would be great to bring down here, right?
Yeah, that's a great point, Nate.
Absolutely.
I'm sure a lot of people have that. And a reminder that we, as always, have links and more information in the show notes for all of our items.
That's right.
And that brings us to our very special guest. We recorded an interview live at City Hall for All with Lucia Flores-Wiseman, and she received the Hispanic Heritage Month proclamation from our mayor. It was super fun, and she was super engaging.
Yes.
No surprise there.
And impressive and just, a great person. So fun.
So without further ado, let's drop in on that interview. So, Lucia, when did you know music was your path? Well, this is pre-voice, I assume. You know?
Oh, yeah, of course. I mean, I was singing ever since I was 3 years old.
Ooh,
and
okay.
so, and it was really bad, actually.
I'm looking out at the parents.
They're like, it was bad.
Well, it's just like learning anything, like learning a saxophone.
Learning
Yeah.
anything.
It's not great around the house for a while.
Exactly. But I would say it was around 15 when I started gigging. So I
Okay.
was in high school, and I mean, Brandy Carlisle was from my town and is from my town. And I just really want to be like her. I mean, of course, not trying to
Sure.
live her
Yeah.
life.
Yeah,
But I would say, in high school I was gigging and people kept on asking me, okay, so what are you doing for college? Like, music's going to be a hobby?
Yeah.
Right.
And I was like, it'll be a hobby. And I never felt good about saying that it was just a hobby.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Because it was something that I really wanted to do. And I think, in senior year, I was really dedicated to making this work. And my dad and my mom, they said, like, okay, you have to go to college, which I always wanted to go to college.
Yes.
That wasn't a thing that I was against. But they were like, hey, that's the thing that you do. You get your education, and then, if music doesn't work out, you have something to fall back on.
Yeah, that's great.
So I studied journalism at the University of
journalism.
Washington.
Yeah.
Go Dogs.
Yes, and I studied Spanish, and that's where I got to learn
Oh, nice.
even more.
Oh, that's great.
And I'm so grateful for that. And all while I was in college, I was still performing. I was performing at the airport, at weddings, at different gigs. And so I really just was using college as a way to support that. And I, once college ended,
Yeah.
a few months after that, The Voice reached out.
Oh, is that right?
And so I haven't even had like I graduated December 2023.
Holy cow.
And so
This is happening fast.
It happened so quickly and so fast. But I
Well,
know that I prepared myself
yeah.
years and years for
I want to
it.
follow up on that, but there's a point, I think, a really important point you made about aspiring young artists, and it's almost like choose your field of creativity. We'll probably get that that feedback, whereas, yeah, this is wonderful, but it's really hard to make it in that field.
Right.
Therefore, it's a hobby. And I love that you shared that story because how wonderfully creative folks react to that story is a big deal. And I think the subtext here is never let your dreams be overshadowed by reality. Like when other people's reality.
That's right.
I mean, that's how greatness happens, and it doesn't have to. It doesn't mean you have to do it, but if you have a passion for it, believe in it. And the Brandy Carlisle thing, I think, is super important. You've seen a living example in your community of someone who has become a commercial success.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think I wrote a few songs about this very topic of when we're younger, we are taught by so many people, you can do anything you want,
Right.
use your imagination.
Yeah.
And then at a certain age, it's like, okay, you got to be
Yeah,
realistic.
that's right, that's right.
Which I like my dad is a realist too.
Yes.
And like, I have to use both. There's balance in
Yes.
everything. And like, again, I would not take back my degree and my
Yes.
experience. It was amazing. And it's helped me so much.
Yeah.
Now I know how to do interviews. Now I know how to film and photos
That's
and
great,
how to
yeah.
target a certain audience and whatnot. But I think we got to stop telling people you can do anything and then
And
then tell them you can't do anything.
when a certain age or threshold happens, like, okay, well now you have to think more grounded. And no, I think yes, and thank you for that. So you go to UW, you study journalism, you're doing the gigs. How does it connect to The Voice? Because The Voice, we're talking like for reals, millions of people, including the Wahlberg family.
It's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
So, I mean, when I was 16 and 17, I auditioned for American Idol.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Which, that was an experience.
Yeah, okay.
That really was. And I was like, I'm never going to do.
Oh, another.
So it was a
show.
little bit of a
reality show?
challenging
Okay.
Yeah. I was like, no.
Okay.
But then a few months after graduating, The Voice DM'd me on Instagram.
Wow.
But it looked like a scam. And I was like,
Sure,
I was
yeah.
like,
I don't know about this.
I don't know.
Is this The Voice?
Yeah, and I was like, I don't think so.
At what point did you know it was legit?
Well, they reached out again,
Yeah.
Okay.
but over email, and over email, you know how
Yeah,
like
you
the
can tell.
emails
Yeah.
when they're connected to an actual website and
Yeah,
not just a
yeah.
Gmail.
Yeah.
And then I looked them up on LinkedIn. I'm like,
You're like,
okay,
"Oh,
this is
okay,
real.
yeah.
And then they're like, we'll do a call, and I was very hesitant just because,
Yeah.
artistry, commercial, like.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff that goes into
What
it.
does it mean to do a call? Like they were taking people in the local area and
Well, first they asked me if I could perform in Seattle for like an open
interesting.
call,
Oh, interesting.
but I had a funeral to go to, so I was like,
Oh, no.
I'm not missing that.
Yeah, right.
And then they just like did a phone call with me to talk about it. They said,
Wow.
we saw you on social media, we love what you have. Would you like to move forward in the process? So I submitted tons of photos and videos and storylines.
so by that time you're all in. You're like,
At
okay,
that
this is
point-
real.
Yes, but I also, considering my background, I knew that like they could always say, okay, you're not gonna actually audition.
Yeah.
Because it takes so much work behind the
Yeah.
scenes.
Okay.
And I found out later that over 160,000 people auditioned for the season that I
Wait,
was in.
160,000?
Yeah.
Wow.
Insane.
Imagine being the team that has to go through all those.
I know.
Nate's always thinking about the back end production.
No,
of
it's
everything.
true.
Post-production aspect.
Nate is like, man, that's a lot of video I gotta cut.
But that's a lot of pressure too for folks, behind the mic.
Yeah.
Wow.
It is a lot of pressure because you also spend so much time trying to sell yourself to them,
Yeah.
but also being authentic.
Okay.
And it's going through tons of videos and
Yeah,
photos
wow.
and trying to show why my story is relevant, but also not trying to lie to get on a show. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
Because for American Idol, it felt like they just wanted me to talk about sad stuff. And if I'm going to be honest, I have a pretty positive life.
Yeah.
And I'm privileged and very grateful for that.
Yeah.
But
You have wonderful energy.
oh, thank you.
You really do.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I try. I get it from my mom.
Yeah.
Maybe my dad just a little. I don't know. Watch him in the back with the smug face. No, but
He's smiling for the record, everybody.
He is.
Yes.
He is. I have wonderful parents, seriously. And so I attribute a lot of my mindset towards them raising me.
So tell us about what happened when you got there. You show up. What happened?
Oh my goodness. I show up and there's so many contestants. And this is when you could have the mindset of, this is my competition,
Oh.
or we're all in this together,
Yeah.
all artists that are just trying our best.
And what
Totally.
path did you take?
The second one.
All right, take notes, everybody.
Yeah.
You may be in this situation someday. Here's the roadmap. We're giving you the roadmap.
They are peers.
Yes.
They're not competition. And everyone is so unique and different. How can you fully compare yourself to all of them?
Yeah.
And I kind of felt like, and this isn't true for every single person, but sometimes the people that were more insecure about themselves or maybe not as positive didn't make it as far. And the people that did make it further had a little more security and confidence in who they are. Again, this is not every
That's
single
really
person.
interesting, though. That's very
But
interesting insight.
I think it's true. Your mindset, your brain is so powerful. And if you believe you're not good enough, you're probably not.
Yeah.
Only because
The belief.
the belief.
Yeah.
But then if you think, no, I am talented, that's why I'm here. I wouldn't be here if they didn't see something in me. Honestly, this show could have gone so many different ways because there's so much good talent.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just kind of the luck of the draw. It's a mix of luck, mindset, hard work,
Yeah, I was gonna say.
ethic, what they want in the moment.
Yeah.
Like it's, some people, like, there were so many talented people that didn't even get an audition.
Yeah.
And it doesn't mean that they're not talented.
Yeah, it's wonderful that you're so reflective on that. I mean, really wise beyond your years. Thinking about how the mindset and how you're perceiving yourself with this is an area of hyper competition. Like when you're in a room with that many people after that single spot or how many limited amount of spots, to have that kind of maturity and thinking, okay, my mindset's going to be that important. I do agree with you. I think, those folks that are going to focus internally and kind of block out all of the other potential competitive thinking and just focus on what makes you special would give you a competitive advantage in that room.
Now, while you were there, did you make any friends, identify anybody you think, hey, I might like to work with this person in the future?
Oh, yeah. I became friends with almost everyone. The more time that you get to spend with people, the more you're able to connect. I mean, you're living with all these people in a hotel room.
Yeah.
Of course, your own room, but
Sure. But
yeah.
down the hall or whatever.
I mean, there were so many people from, like, they didn't even get an audition to, the top 12, the top 20, the top 5. Became really good friends with Grace Moody, who I, did a knockout with. And she's in South Carolina. We still talk all the time.
Oh, that's great.
Hayden Grove, I did a battle against him. And I'm actually going to Ohio to do a show with him in December.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, and so, like, I've never been to Ohio, but we're going to try that out. And, like, Renzo and Adam David, who won. Like, seriously, we all keep in contact. Of course, we're so busy, all trying to figure out our own careers. But those friendships were what carried us through.
Yeah.
And we all realized, like, we're not against each other. Like, we all have the same goal and passion of sharing this art and the years and years that it took us to be here. And how can we learn from each other?
Yeah.
Like, Adam David was showing me how to play some stuff on the guitar. And
That's awesome.
Renzo was very spiritual and helping me stay in the mindset that I wanted to stay in and stuff like that. Yeah.
Awesome.
Wonderful. So I have some very specific questions. You ready?
Yes.
Because we want to know what it was like, in the moment of the show. So what's one moment from The Voice that still gives you goosebumps when you think about it?
One moment that still gives me goosebumps is when I was up there on stage singing Black Hole Sun live.
Ooh, love that.
And, you know, I think that was
Amazing.
the most, thank you, the most challenging performance that
Really?
I had.
Why?
Well,
The song's really intense, right?
exactly.
Yeah, it's a really complicated
intense.
song.
You know, I have anxiety, ADHD, and honestly, a lot of my life I had negative thoughts, like and feelings. Even in second grade, I wasn't even bullied, and I was like, I'm not good enough, which is really crazy. But
It's amazing to hear that, Lucia, because I was watching your performances and I'm thinking to myself, how are you so natural with millions of people watching? Like, you got to hit every chord on that guitar.
Oh,
I mean,
I know.
Honestly.
I know there was so much pressure, and I want to say that, like, also to anyone that's listening who may have like mental health struggles, that you can turn things around.
Yeah.
It feels impossible, but little by little, with small steps. It sounds so stupid, like, just say positive things about
Yeah.
yourself.
It's not
but
stupid.
It's not. I mean, there is science behind it, of when you do repeat things, it starts to become your subconscious. And your subconscious is what wires everything else. And so, you know, if I am saying, I'm not good enough, I'm believing that, and I'm not going to my fullest potential. But so for this song, I think I really had to fight that a little bit, because that was the first time singing live, and I was already getting feedback on the internet about what people thought of me. And
Oh, boy.
it was starting to
Don't read
kind
the
of
comments.
yes,
There we go.
yes. And so, you know, I decided that after that performance to turn off the comments, because, you know, I immediately, without even looking, notifications are popping up on my phone. There's people saying, this is the worst rendition of Black Hole Sun ever.
no.
Oh,
Like,
no.
you're a disgrace to Seattle, and all of this stuff. And I actually felt really good about the performance, and I still do.
Yeah, amazing.
It was live. Not a lot of people can sing live.
No.
Totally.
And, you know, Chris Cornell.
Spoiler alert, you're amazing live.
Thank you. But Chris Cornell was all about live music, raw emotion and feeling, and like sticking it to the man and not caring what other people think. So I really had to channel that and be like, you know what? I did it my way. I wasn't trying to sound like him.
Yeah.
I wasn't trying to, you know, sometimes I think I want people's approval, but I need to remember, like, if I felt good about it
Yeah.
and
you
I
go.
showed emotion, if my voice cracked, that's emotion. That's the human part.
That's right.
That's
That's why we watch, really.
yeah, because nowadays with AI,
Oh, God.
have you heard like the album done by AI? And it honestly sounds really good. But something you cannot replace is live
Yeah,
performances.
that human
absolutely.
connection.
That's the actual human connection. And so, yeah, that was something that gave me chills, because I overcame so many fears and just let myself go, knowing that even if it didn't sound perfect, quote unquote, that it was good enough because it was me and it was human.
Yeah, bravo. I mean, I remember watching I forget the name of this kind of legendary music producer, but he said, you know, when I produce a piece of music, it's all about what I think is great. And then people get to experience what my perspective of that song is. It's not about me trying to kind of democratize the sound to make it so that everybody likes it. It's what I owe them is the experience of what my creation is, and then we'll see what happens.
There
It's
we go.
Interesting.
I love that.
Okay, so that's the Goosebumps. Tell us what. Thank you. Amazing
Yeah.
moment. Why did you choose? Tell us why did you choose La Llorona as your blind audition, and what did that performance mean to you?
Yeah. You know, when I was picking out kind of songs that I would be interested in doing for The Voice, my mom were going through a list of things that you can sing on the show. And they also said you could put down 5 songs that weren't on the list. And I was like, you know, La Llorona is a song that I have sung ever since I was in my teens that was very powerful, and it showed so much range and that emotion. And as we were picking, there was a hummingbird that came up to the window and
Oh, wow.
looked at both of us.
There's a symbol.
And yeah, we always think of my grandmother, and there were actually quite a few times that
Oh,
I saw
sweet.
hummingbirds when I was in LA. And so it felt right, but at the end of the day, the show really chooses what you do, because there's so many people, you can't sing the same songs, you know.
Okay.
But La Llorona has never been sung on The Voice. I don't even know if a full Spanish song has ever been sung for an audition. So it really was up to them to make that choice. And I am really glad that they ended up picking that, because it is so monumental for Mexico, for Latin America.
Yeah.
And so it shows so much pain. And my dad always told me that if you don't feel something from music, it's not good music. And so that was my main goal, was to make people feel something. So that's why I chose La Llorona.
Bravo.
Thank you.
You got 4-chair turn, if I recall.
4-chair turn.
Which is a big deal.
It's a big deal, everybody.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Now then, why did you choose Team Adam?
Yeah. Well.
And what was that? I don't know. What was one practical thing you learned from him? I mean, I'm sure you learned a ton.
Oh yeah.
but
No.
He seemed like I don't know. You seemed like such a good match.
Oh yeah. We really were.
Boom.
So within the first couple words, Adam pressed his button for me.
Yeah.
And that was actually really crazy. I was like, what?
Yeah. That's got to be
only-
a goosebump moment.
Adam Levine. Maroon 5.
Right.
lead
Right off
singer.
the jump.
Let's go.
Right. But going into this, I actually was telling myself, I'm going to pick either Michael Bublé or John Legend. If I got all choices, right? But something happened, and in my gut, it was telling me to go with Adam.
Wow.
Oh,
Which I
cool.
wasn't thinking
Okay.
of him the whole time.
That's all right.
But I'm a big believer in trusting your gut. And it's funny because Michael Bublé said something, he was talking in Spanish and also said something trust your heart. And he said something that wasn't really aired, but it was something along the lines of these are all amazing people. No decision will be a mistake.
Oh, bravo for him.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate that. It
Yeah.
almost it gave me permission to not choose him.
Oh, that's interesting.
Nice.
And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna go with Adam.
Yeah.
It felt like he really understood. He brought up Brandy Carlisle, and it felt like he understood the direction of sharing this emotion that I want to achieve in my voice. And so I think everything happens for a reason. If I didn't choose him, would I have made it as far?
Yeah,
I don't
right.
know.
I don't
But
know.
he's really great. And I
Yeah.
think the most important thing that he taught me,
Please.
if I'm going to be honest, I'm just such a good singer. There's so many things he didn't really say to improve my voice, which doesn't really happen often.
Yeah.
Normally, he does have things to say. But he told me, Lucia, you are mega talented. Do not ever doubt how good you are.
Wow.
And he kept on talking about believing in myself and that I was such a powerful voice and I didn't need anything else.
Wow.
And
But
having
your
that.
belief.
Yeah,
But
your
belief.
belief.
Yeah.
And he's like, you shouldn't care what anyone says. F them, you know? Just really focus on how you feel.
Yeah.
And that was the biggest, most important lesson that I learned from
Yeah.
him.
I wonder if that type of advice is even more relevant today in the age of social media and how much immediate feedback is available in the world.
It is quite immediate.
Yeah.
And
And that belief system.
Yeah.
Could you tell me a little bit about the song choice process as you move through those later rounds past the audition?
Yeah. Essentially, all of it was pretty collaborative with the producers.
Okay.
I mean, but it's not like at the end of the day you're like, this is the one I'm doing, right? Of course, because it's a show. There's so much that goes behind the scenes when it comes to copyright and laws
Right,
and
right, right.
who if artists say that it can be done and some
All that,
artists are
yeah.
like, no, I don't want it like this or things like that.
Wow.
I would say that this wasn't the experience for everyone on the show, but for me, the majority of the songs that I was really pushing for were the ones that the producers really loved.
Oh, great.
Well,
And
that's
so
a win.
Yeah.
That's what we call a win-win.
It is a win. So I would say, in a sense, all of the songs were approved by me.
Yeah.
And so I felt really good about it because I want to do all different kinds of genres because I don't like being in a box. I don't like you have to be this way. And so, I sang a Mexican folk song. I sang jazz, pop, like folk, like Beatles. I sang rock. I sang grunge. Everything.
You want to showcase your versatility.
Yes.
Which is a huge strength, I would think, on a show called The Voice. You want to show that, I got the voice. I got the voice. So, Lucia, you are on the way out the door to do a big event with the Sounders, right?
Yeah.
And tomorrow you have an event.
Oh, wow. You're doing a
Yes.
Sounders thing today?
Yes.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, they
I
play at
know.
5, right?
Yeah.
Wow, you got a busy day.
We have to be there at 3.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Oh, yeah. We got to.
I know, it's really
And tomorrow
crazy.
you have a big event.
Yes, tomorrow it's a really big event. It's with the Mexam Festival. I'm playing. It's a event called El Grito, and it's with the Mexican Consulate.
Oh,
I'm
so
singing
great.
with Northwest Orquesta.
Oh, what fun. I love that.
yes.
Love me a great orchestra.
Yes.
Great voice, great orchestra. David, come on.
I mean,
Yes.
Nate.
Can't go wrong.
So I'm so excited to sing with an orchestra.
Yeah.
I'm singing, the U.S. national anthem, Mexican national anthem. I'm singing Bésame Mucho, La Llorona, and an original song with the orchestra.
Wow.
And then afterwards, a 30-minute set with my pianist.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
it's
That's got to be cool that all these people are learning music that you wrote.
Yeah.
Yes, it is so cool. It's been awesome to kind of use my time on The Voice and mix it with showing people who I am as an artist outside of it as well. And that's also why I wanted to show so many different songs on the show was
Yeah.
because I wanted people to, when I had music come out, to realize like, oh, what is she gonna come out with?
Yeah.
What is it
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
sound like?
Keep them guessing.
Yeah, and then they're not disappointed when it's a different thing that maybe they,
Yeah, totally.
expected.
Now, was the guitar your first instrument, or were you a band geek in high school?
Guitar was my first instrument. My brother taught me a few
Nice.
chords.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so I learned around 12 years old or so.
Wow.
Nice. Well, you play wonderfully. Were you a band geek?
100%.
Were you?
Yeah.
Did you learn them all?
What'd you learn?
Juanita High School. I was playing woodwinds.
I have no doubt. I have no
Yeah,
doubt.
you look like a woodwinds guy.
He looks like a woodman's guy. I was thinking the same thing.
Playing all the football games and basketball.
Oh,
games,
Love
really?
it.
And
Okay.
playing Land of Hope and Glory for 25 minutes while everyone walks
I'm
across
going to
the stage.
negotiate with Lucia's manager, Nate. I'm going to try to get you on.
Please
one of
don't.
these
Right,
days.
yeah, get you in the
Get
studio.
you in the studio.
No, I'm right here in the studio.
Yeah. We get to keep him, though. We get to keep him.
Right,
So,
right. Well, I can't pay you anything. Because, I didn't win, so I don't have the money.
well, I ask you these questions because I know you're so super busy, but you are, you're just a wonderful person. And we have
Thank you.
loved getting to meet you and getting to meet your family. And I know you're so busy, you made time for us today. She's running around.
Yeah. Going to the Sounders.
On the
after
Sounders
this.
and tomorrow. And we're very grateful for that because this is a very special event for us. It was a very special proclamation, and you made it so. And we are very grateful for you to come on the show, and we wish you the very best. Please come back, perform in Kirkland. Think of us.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes, of course.
Kirkland Performance Center is a
Yeah.
pretty great venue.
Gorgeous
so,
venue.
At some
maybe
point.
maybe we can begin negotiations on it.
Yeah, yeah,
Hey.
yeah. All right.
I'm all about local community. I
Yeah.
mean, this is the state I grew up in. Even though I'm from Maple Valley and not
Yes.
Kirkland,
Yes.
That's
it's still, we're neighbors.
We're neighbors.
Yeah. And I just want to say, if anyone wants to check out, I just had a single release yesterday.
Plug,
Tell us
plug
about that.
everything,
Yes.
all your YouTube, social
Wow.
media.
Yes,
okay.
it's called Woman in Madrid, so it has
Ooh.
English and Spanish.
Awesome.
It's on all streaming platforms. You can find me on Instagram,
Nice.
YouTube, all the stuff. Just look up Lucia Flores-Wiseman, and you should find me.
Awesome.
But yeah, thank you so much
Yes.
for having me. I always care about local community,
Yes.
so thank you.
So, Lucia Flores-Wiseman, thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
And that does it for this week, my friends. You've been listening to This Week in Kirkland. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Special thanks to Nate Gettleman and Angela Brown for their behind-the-scenes magic, and in Nate's case, for being our guest host as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Our next episode is September 25th. Until then, stay
Stay connected, Kirkland.